Hello, everyone. Greetings from Fort Sill, Oklahoma. Happy Memorial Weekend to all of you. First of all, I want to thank Father John for offering me the opportunity to send this message to all of you. And he encouraged me to share with you some of the thought why I want to serve in the armed forces. My dad, who fought against communism for 27 years alongside with the U.S. Army. And because of that, when I escaped Vietnam in 1989, when I arrived in the refugee camp, I had to go through the screening process. And many people were rejected the right to be refugees. And a lot of them were sent back to Vietnam. But because of my dad's service along the U.S. military, I was able to be accepted. And later, I was accepted by the U.S. government and allowed me to come to America. Before I arrived to America, I also traveled from Malaysia refugee camps to the camp in the Philippines to study English and cultures. And fast forward, I arrived in Boston on September 25th, 1991. I returned to high school to study, and at the end of my senior year, I want to join the National Guard. But Sister Ann Brandon told me not to do so. She said it's too dangerous because you don't understand American culture and you don't speak English. I still don't speak English today, sister. But I thank God that in 2018, soon I turned 47. I received a call asking me if I can join the Army chaplaincy program. And I remember telling the chaplain who called me that I was too old, I was too far disqualified to join the Army. And he encouraged me to ask the Colonel Sean O'Malley, permission to apply. And so, fast forward, I talked to the Colonel. Colonel was gratefully accepted my request. The only thing was that he wanted me to join the National Guard or the Army Reserve. And explaining to him is very hard because I have no prior experience. So it would be very difficult for me to serve in a parish and to serve part-time with the Army or National Guard. So I asked him to give me permission to join the Army full-time for a couple of years, and then I can go back to the parish and go back and forth between Army and the regular parish service. Fast forward, the application was very long. It took 10 months and it was very stressful. A lot of things to fill out, a lot of things to do during those months. But I thank God that finally I was accepted and I received the order, and I was sent to Fort Jackson, South Carolina for basic training. I thank God every day for the opportunity to serve. I thank God for the service that my dad had done, that gave his children the opportunity to live in this country and to live in freedom. I want to thank my mom and dad for the sacrifice that they made to allow me to join the Army. They now understand that for me to go back to Vietnam to visit them is almost impossible. But they have been very supportive, and my brothers and sisters are very supportive. And I'm so grateful to all the parishioners, especially the parishioners at Sacred Heart, for your outstanding prayer and support, tremendous support to me in the last few months. And I love reading your emails and notes, cards, letters, texts, conversation. I must honestly say this. If you send me a text message or an email, I can respond when I have free time. But if you send me a physical letter or card, I most likely I will never send back the reply because honestly I don't have the time to do that. As we celebrate Memorial Weekend, I want to thank all the men and women who serve our country distinctively with honorable, and those who wounded because of the service. And I also pray for those who laid out their life as an ultimate sacrifice for our democracy, for our freedom, for liberty, and for the right of religious practice. Every day I look at my cross and I thank God for calling me to serve Him, to serve the church, and now in a very, very unique way to serve our country and to serve the men and women who serve in the armed forces, namely the Army. Every day, this one reminds me of the First Amendment: freedom of conscience, freedom of belief, freedom of practice, of religious belief that you see fit for yourself. I work with different people, different soldiers, soldiers from different walk of life. Whatever country you can think of in the world, we have soldiers from those countries. And we also serve different religions. People don't believe in God, people believe in God, and anything in between. They are always welcome to talk to the chaplain. And it's my honor to be here to serve them and to pay forward for all the blessings that God have given me in this life. And I could never thank God enough. I never thanked this great nation that adopted me and give me so many opportunities and so many blessings, and now to serve and to be able to pay forward is the blessing in itself. God bless you all, my friends. Have a wonderful Memorial Weekend. Enjoy and give thanks to God for those who serve our country, and pray for those who struggle, and commend all the loving souls and those who laid out their life for our country. Commend our gentle soul, loving soul to the loving God. Blessing and peace to all. Happy Memorial Weekend.